How's it going, everyone? JoeWatermelon here. Today I'll be showing you all the best way to complete the harder mode 2 Xarpus combat achievement in the hard mode Theater of Blood. For those who don't know, this combat achievement requires you to let every single exhumed hit Xarpus until he's full HP, and then requires that no damage be taken from any source by the team. This includes the obvious damage from any poison splats. Most of you know that one of the mechanics of hard mode Xarpus is that the outside edges of the room are immediately covered by poison upon entering. This might make you think that the primary way to complete this combat achievement would be to melee, but luckily I have a much easier method for you guys. The main thing you'll want to get sorted out before entering the room is to import these tile markers that I've gone in, marked, and numbered for you guys. Note that if you're going to want to use your normal Xarpus tiles after the CA is done, you should export them beforehand and save them in a paste bin. I put the link to the paste bin containing the combat achievement tile markers in the video description below, and I also included my normal Xarpus tiles if you'd like to use those once you're done. Now that you have the tiles marked, let's get into suggested gear. The main thing is that you're going to want a team size greater than 3. This method will work in a 3-man, but getting the boss to 0 defense with less players can prove to be a little more RNG heavy, and will make for some varying levels of success. Number 1 priority is going to be to have every player bring as much ranged gear as they can, a blowpipe, and a Bandos Godsword. Best in slot is Ranged Void if the boss is 0 defense, as it'll actually give you a higher max hit than Missouri. I'll include some suggested setups, but you can of course tweak these however you'd like. If you don't have too much hard mode top experience, especially as a mage role, it can be tough to fit in full Void, so feel free to do just 1 to 2 pieces of Missouri instead if need be. Now that you're geared up, let's get into the method and how it works. Really, this method is going to be as simple as it looks. First, you'll all enter the room from the center tile. Make sure you don't enter from the sides, as you'll immediately fail the task. You'll then instantly run to the center tile that is right under the boss, as exhumes cannot spawn here. Here, you'll wait until the boss's HP bar has completely filled up and exhumes are no longer spawning. Once the boss is done healing, you will all go to the tile labeled Start, and get ready to immediately do 1 Dragon Warhammer or Elder Maul, followed by 1 Bandos Godsword spec. If you didn't bring the BGS, then just do 2 hammer specs back to back. Also, make sure you drank your ranged pot. As soon as the second special attack hits, immediately run to the tile labeled 1, while equipping your blowpipe and all of your ranged gear. On this tile, you'll do 1 blowpipe hit and then move to the 2 tile and do 2 blowpipe hits. From this point on, do 2 blowpipe hits on each tile, and then move on to the next tile in numerical order. The biggest things to keep in mind from this point on is to recognize if you accidentally linger behind or jump ahead from the team, as once you're on the row closest to the boss, 1 tick difference is all it takes to fail the task. Once Xarpus screeches, it's time to put back on the melee gear and have the team spread out to the 4 different corners of Xarpus if possible. Remember that running over the poison splats will still damage you, unlike at Verzik, so be careful with your pathing and take your time. Have 1 player on the team selected whose job it is to attack the boss first in this phase, once it's changed directions once. And once they attack, everyone else can attack on whatever tick they'd like as long as their weapons are 5 tick. In a 5-man team size, 2 people would be required to share 1 Xarpus corner for P3, which would involve completely syncing up your attacks with said partner. So we opted to have 1 person not attack at all during P3, which is perfectly fine as well. Once the boss is dead, be careful to not path over any poison, and pat yourselves on the back for another grandmaster combat achievement completed. On the end of this video, I'll attach a full, unedited run showing me and my team completing this combat achievement. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to show your support by dropping a like, comment, and sub. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitch, where I stream my endgame Ironman daily. Take it easy, everyone.
You